If you recall, one of my goals was to not have my butt shrink during this competition prep, and I'm happy to say that it's only shrunk 1 inch so far. Make sure you keep the intensity up and a handful of heavy sets if you want to maintain your muscle mass. Hi, this is Mimi. Today I'm going to share the news of why I'm 6 weeks out again. And I'm excited to share that BPI Sports reached out to me to try some of their products, so I'll be talking about that along with some thoughts on pre-workout nutrition and even share 2 whey protein recipes. 2 weeks ago, I finally started seeing that number on my scale move and I landed at 153 pounds. In this photo, I'm 151.2 pounds and I've been fluctuating at around 152 pounds. In the last 2 weeks, I lost almost 1% body fat and my body fat mass dropped by 2 pounds. And very importantly, I'm still maintaining a good amount of muscle mass. But despite my progress, I feel like I'm doing exceptionally well for regular weight loss, but I am not where I need to be for competition prep. I've been so focused on going slower this time around that I've been able to maintain a lot of my size, but I'm not getting shredded enough to step on stage. So unfortunately, I will not be competing in the show that I had planned, which was the NPC Metropolitan on March 26th. I just don't feel confident enough that I would have the physique that I want or need to win. And I mean, I'm spending weeks and weeks of dieting, training hardcore, making sacrifices that I really want to make it count. And I want to be able to step on that stage and feel confident that I can actually win. And embracing that feeling is so important, especially when it comes to stage presentation. I could do the show if I were to reduce my calories by a lot more and do a heck of a lot more cardio. We're talking AM and PM sessions, because I've only been aiming for about 3.5 hours of cardio, and even on my max cardio weeks, it's been 4.5 hours. So I could do that, but I would for sure shrink and lose a lot of mass, and that would be such a shame because I've been able to maintain most of my size so far while losing fat. I work so hard to build muscle, and on average you gain 1 pound of muscle a month, so I definitely don't want to go that route if I don't have to. And I'm extremely lucky that there is another NPC national qualifying show on April 9th, the Powerhouse Classic. So I'm going to do that one instead, hence I'm 6 weeks out again. It makes me feel so much better that I have 2 more weeks to prep, but it's also like, ugh, I have to prep for 2 more weeks. So I really can't wait for this to be over. I still need to step it up. And if you've been following my prep, my workout day calories have been over 2,100. My most recent carbs, about 140 grams. And it's been really awesome because I didn't feel like I was dieting and I was still losing fat and getting leaner. But it is time to actually start feeling like I am dieting and my calories are going under 2,000. So my protein remains high, my fat is going to stay low, and my carbs are dropping. Gonna do a little carb cycling. So my leg days are gonna be 120 grams of carbs. My non-leg workout days are dropping dramatically down to 60 grams. My rest days, 50 grams, and tons of veggies. So I'll let you know how that goes, and hopefully in my next update, I better be freaking shredded. Now to talk about some thoughts on pre-workout nutrition and my first time trying out some BPI supplements. If you saw my Supplements 101 video on what supplements are actually worth it, I'm happy to share that when I opened my box from BPI Sports, I saw things that I would actually use. So whey protein, BCAA, and a pre-workout. For pre-workout, I believe you should consume anything that will give you enough energy to maintain your intensity throughout your workout. Some of you know I do quite a bit of fasted training because I work out in the morning, and I'm trying to do a little more AM fasted cardio versus relying on my PM cardio boxing classes. And I do just fine consuming BCAA, especially if I had carbs in my dinner the night before. And since my system is fasted, pre-workouts hit me that much more. Now, not everyone can do fasted training, and if you want to try, it may just take your body some time to adapt, as with anything. For the majority, the ideal pre-workout is a combination of protein and carbs. Protein, amino acids help stimulate protein synthesis, so eating protein pre-workout means that it will be available during your workout and right after you train. And carbs are your body's preferred source of energy, so it'll definitely help with your performance, and it also helps prevent protein breakdown. Eating complex carbs like brown rice, sweet potato, or rolled oats take longer to digest, so it can help you keep your energy levels stable, versus simple carbs like sugar, which absorb a lot quicker, that might make you crash mid-workout. However, for some people, they have amazing workouts with fast digesting carbs beforehand, because it can be a quick source of energy, especially if you're eating it closer to your workout or if you figured your ideal timing beforehand. Whatever works for you, but you want to make sure that you don't eat too many carbs and you don't overeat, because you might feel sluggish or even throw up. And you also don't want to eat your carbs too close to your workout, because your body won't have enough time to metabolize the food. And so when you start working out, your blood is going to rush to your working muscles instead of your stomach to help digest it. And that might not feel so great, and you might start getting stomach cramps. A general rule of thumb is to eat 1 to 2 hours before training. However, it does depend on when you last ate a solid meal. So if you ate 2 to 3 hours beforehand, then you're still going to have protein and carbs in your system to make sure that your blood sugar is normalized and that your glycogen levels are not depleted before you train. If you haven't eaten in 4 hours or more, then you might want to consider eating something for fuel. Some protein and carb, even if it's a protein bar or some protein carb drink. I just want to emphasize that pre-workout and post-workout is important, and even intra-workout for some people. But just keep in mind that it's your overall eating plan that is going to get you the most results. Whey protein is a very popular choice of protein for pre and post-workout, and whey is one of the highest quality proteins that can help you build lean muscle mass and help with muscle recovery. BPI Whey HD is a rapidly digesting protein with about 25 grams of protein per scoop, and it has 0 fillers and 0 maltodextrin. I took their best BCAA pre-workout to help preserve my muscle mass and to help boost endurance levels. So I first tried their Whey HD as a post-workout shake, and my first reaction was like, whoa, this could be like dessert. Maybe because the flavor was vanilla caramel, and it turns out this flavor is actually pretty popular for recipes. So I decided to try making protein pancakes for the first time ever, believe it or not. I mean, I see so many people post this, but maybe I'm lazy because I never had a blender. Before I get into the protein pancake recipe, I just want to say that the ideal post-workout is protein and carbs, because in order for muscle growth to happen, you need insulin, and carbs spike insulin the most. Now, insulin is a storage hormone, and carb storage plus muscle growth equals lean mass. Now, I tend to eat most of my carbs post-workout, and I prefer to eat them around my workout so that I'm using carbs to either fuel my workout or to restore my glycogen levels. Studies do show that protein and carbs is more anabolic versus protein alone, but not crazy anabolic. So some carbs with your protein is beneficial post-workout, but you don't need to go overboard with the carbs. For another way to consume whey protein throughout the day, I chose the simplest 3-ingredient protein pancakes: whey protein, eggs, and a ripe banana. And the vanilla caramel flavor tasted great as pancakes, and it really comes through. So the protein you use can make or break your pancakes. The recipe was 1 scoop of BPI Sports Whey Vanilla Caramel, 1 jumbo egg, 3 jumbo egg whites, and 1 banana. And the macronutrients came out to 357 calories, 45 grams of protein, 33 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. They turned out really fluffy, and I was able to eat them by themselves without anything, and I ate some of it with 1 tablespoon of natural peanut butter. So now I'm kind of addicted to protein pancakes, and I've learned to not make 1 humongous one and 1 super tiny one so I could have more regular sized pancakes. I'm going to start incorporating it to my eating plan, because eating whey protein versus drinking it is so much more filling and enjoyable. I mean, eating any solid food is more satiating than drinking your calories, and that can make a huge difference, especially when you're on a calorie deficit diet to lose fat. And just for the record, I do have a blender now. I'm not sure if you can see it, but oh my god, it makes everything so much easier. And next on my list is a waffle maker so I can start eating crispy edges. Yeah. Anyways, there was another recipe that I tried directly from BPI Sports, no bake peanut butter protein bites. Now this is more ideal for people who need to eat more or maybe are struggling with getting their calories in. Not exactly ideal for me right now, and I usually don't have an issue with eating enough. but it was interesting to try and really easy to pack. So the recipe is 3/4 cup fresh ground peanut butter, 1.5 scoops Whey HD banana marshmallow, 2 tablespoons honey, 1 tablespoon almond milk, and optional 1/4 cup dark chocolate chips. So you mix everything together in a bowl with the exception of the chocolate chips. You roll them into small little balls and then you roll them into chocolate chips if you use them. You freeze them for 1 to 2 hours until they're firm. And this recipe yields 12 to 15 small protein balls. And each serving is 2 to 3 balls depending on the size. And the macronutrients are 248 calories, 14 grams of protein, 16 grams of carbs, and 8 grams of fat. Lastly, I tried BPI Sports Vortex pre-workout. I like to vary my pre-workout so my body doesn't get used to anything, so it was really nice to have a different stimulant. And if you saw my recent leg workout video, this is what I used to fuel it.
99, 100, hold it. Give me 3 seconds, squeeze. Squeeze tight. 3, 2, 1, finish. All you. 1 more. Come on, come on. Walk it up. 12, come on, lower, lower, come on. 1 more.
Well, that's it for today. My next update will be 4 weeks out and I better be shredded. And I'm psyched that I have an upcoming photo shoot at 3 weeks out. I'm gonna use the opportunity to test my peak week strategy for show day, so that should be pretty interesting. And it'll feel like the home stretch soon, so please don't forget to subscribe, show me some love by giving me a like on this video, and feel free to share this with anyone you think might learn from it. Thanks for watching.